Hi, I'm Tom Summers with Edina Realty, and welcome back to my continuing video series on the top 10 questions to ask before making an offer on a short sale. Today I want to focus on question number 7, which is how did the listing agent determine the value? This is another critical piece to your decision-making process because there's a simple formula, and it's not carved in stone anywhere. This is just from experience that typically what's shifted with the short sales now in the banks is they're usually willing to accept roughly 85% of whatever the current value is on the home. Now this isn't for every single bank. Some are going to want more, some are going to want less, but just on average as a rule of thumb, 85%. So what they're going to do is they're going to have a BPO, which is a buyer's price opinion done, or an appraisal, whatever you want to call it. And when that comes back, that will give them a value of the current situation with the real estate market in that area and what that house is worth. So then they'll probably take roughly about 85% of that particular figure as their bottom line, meaning that the sale price minus commissions and taxes and any other fees that are incurred on this house have to add up to no more than a bottom line of 85% of whatever that value is for them to say yes to the short sale. So as a good listing agent would do for a short sale is they'll look at all of the local comps within a 2-mile radius of that particular property, and they'll pull together all of the comps to determine, okay, here's about where our value is, because it's going to be the same information that the appraiser is going to look at or the BPO agent is going to look at for the bank. So if someone just basically puts the house up for sale without any regard to what the actual value is of the property, what's going to end up happening is that it'll be way off, and then the bank is not going to accept that offer because their percentages are off. So it's really important to ask that listing agent, okay, well, what comps did you use to determine the listing price, and what kind of a value did you come up with? Because it's very possible that they came up with a value that's very close to where they've listed it, or maybe it's 10% under where they listed it, versus one that is $100,000 under what their value is right now. Well, the bank isn't just going to sit there and say, oh, well, sure, we'll take an extra $100,000 loss. So it's really important that you kind of have an idea not only from the comp standpoint of what the value of the home is, but you want to see if it jives with what that listing agent did. So again, looking at that, if the agent hasn't kept their information and can't really give you any basis as to why they listed the house for what they did, you're going to have to make sure that the buyer's agent who's representing you, which they should anyways, goes through the whole process with you to determine where that value is. Again, it's another red flag that if that listing agent didn't do their homework, you may be putting yourself in a position where you can write out an offer that appears to be a great deal, but there's just no way that the bank's actually going to accept that offer because it's just too far off what the reasonable offer or the reasonable value is. So another thing to take into account and consider before you write that offer, make sure you know your numbers, and so that when you write your offer, you're writing a good, strong offer that gives you the very best chance of getting the bank to say yes. Because either way, more than likely, the offer that you send in with that reasonable value is going to be a great deal considering what the housing market is currently doing in your area. So keep this in mind when you're thinking about writing on a short sale. And again, as always, please look for the rest of the videos in this continuing series. There's going to be a total of 10. And if you have any questions and you're looking for a house in the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro area, or you're thinking of listing your house as a short sale, give us a call. You can talk to me, Tom Summers, with Edina Realty, or my partner, Vicki, who is my sister, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day.